Greetings, Cyberdogs and citizens of the interwebs. This is ReNDoG coming at you in another episode of Minecraft Survival from the Hermitcraft server. I'm currently stuck inside of a hole over here, guys. We have got a lot of digging to do today. Oh, baby, we're going to be digging all the way down to bedrock. And I know what some of you guys out there are saying right now. ReNDoG, where did you get the bacon from? You freaking cheater. You're not supposed to have a freaking bacon right now. I know, guys. I know. I've set up a little bit of a beacon action over here. I've borrowed this beacon from Iskall, and I am currently using this to dig all the way down to bedrock over here. Last time we were together, we started to set up this little mushroom farm. By the way, this design absolutely sucks. I've done a little bit more research into mushroom farms since I last recorded, and this is not going to work out the way that I wanted to, guys. So today we're going to find a better way to farm mushrooms, but in order to do that, we got to get ourselves all the way down to bedrock. I also want to finish off the sugarcane transporting system that we set up in the last episode. I haven't checked the poll yet. I asked you guys if you like the new blue cabling that we're using, and well, that is because I'm recording some episodes back to back at the moment, everybody. In a few days time, I am getting on a jet plane and flying to Sweden to join my good buddy Iskall85 and Stress Monster 101 for DreamHack Summer in Jönköping in Sweden, and it is going to be absolutely epic. I can't wait to get myself over there, but of course I want to make sure you guys have some videos to watch while I'm away, so I'm doing a little bit of pre-recording, guys. I haven't read your comments in the previous episode about the mushroom farm or about the cabling, so when I get back from Sweden in a week or so, I'll be able to pick up on that, and we can sort of figure out what we're going to be doing in the netherboard between now and then, I suppose. Or between now and then? No, that's impossible. That means I'd have to do some sort of freaking time warpage. I mean, when I get back from DreamHack, okay? Jeez. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a fantabulous day wherever you are in the world right now, man. I'm getting myself prepared for my trip to Sweden. I'm currently doing a little bit of laundry. Got a laundry load in the machine right now. Got to get some clean shirts and undies and socks so that I can go to Sweden and you know, look pretty good for the ladies. You know what I'm saying, people? Oh, baby. Yeah, there ain't going to be no ladies, man. We're just going to be playing computer games for a week. So it's going to be a lady-free weekend, which is fine by me because I get to hang out with my good friends and I get to play some computer games. So that sounds like a freaking plan to me. Hey, if you're going to be at DreamHack in Sweden, by the way, please do come and say hello. Make sure that you're following us on Twitter, me, Iskall, and Stress Monster, and we'll let you guys know where we are in the venue, where you guys can come and meet us, etc., etc. And yeah, it should be really, really cool to meet some of you guys. Anyway, I've got a lot of digging to do over here, my fine friends. I need to go all the way down to bedrock because that's where we're going to be able to get the most mushroom action. And I guess I better settle in, man. These pickaxes are going to take a beating. But hopefully, by the end of this, we will have a better mushrooming spawning mechanism. And yes, we're getting technical again today, guys, okay? Well, not really that technical, but it's going to be pretty sweet, man. Go get yourself a tasty beverage, a crunchy snack, baby. It's time to play some Minecraft. Now, this ain't nothing new for the ReNDoG, but as per usual when I'm playing Minecraft, guys, I have run into an unforeseen problem. I'm at the bottom of this giant pit that I've been digging out, and unfortunately, I've run out of bacon juice. The freaking beacon does not extend all the way down here. I'm currently at Y level 21, and we still need to go all the way down to Y level 0, or as close to 0 as we can possibly get. So I'm going to have to dig down manual styles, and we're going to try and do this with as little derpage as possible. Let's just make sure that we've got some light going on over here. Let's go 2 columns down in a row, just in case there's any lava down there. But I'm gonna have to go all the way down to the bottom. No, there's lava. There's freaking lava. Oh my goodness. Oh, that was insanely close, guys. I think I'm only surviving because I've got fire protection 4 armor on. Oh, I need to go outside for a breath of air. I almost had a freaking heart attack. I freaking hate this game sometimes, guys. Jeez. Operation Dig a Hole to the Bottom of Minecraft Without Dying in a Pool of Molten Magma has now been achieved, Cyberdog Nation. Shall we take a moment for a slow clap? I think we should. Well done, Ren. You freaking noob. You managed to dig a hole without dying in lava. Do you want a freaking cookie or something? Jeez, guys, I don't know why I'm so bad at this game, man. Take a look at this. Just before I started recording, I plummeted to my death. I fell from a high place. I went up there to take a look around, flew directly into one of those bars up there, came all the way down, splattered my butt on the beacon, and yeah, wasn't my proudest moment, I must admit. But the good news is we're down at bedrock, and I managed to yank out a bunch of resources from this dig. A couple of stacks of iron ore, some gold, some diamonds, some lapis, some redstone, some coal. Not too shabby. I'm pretty happy with that, man. Gonna have to take the beacon back to Iskal now, though, before we go to DreamHack. That's the deal. I only got to use it for a couple of hours. He needs it back, man. But yeah, definitely saved me a couple of hours worth of time for this particular dig. Now, the reason we've come down to bedrock over here, guys, is because this is where we are going to be able to optimize the spawnage of mushrooms, and we're going to be putting together a pretty interesting design for this that has been inspired by one of Iskal's builds on his single player world. He set up a really cool mushroom factory farm thingy. Can I actually take off, please? There we go. And we're going to be using a little bit of that design for our own steak factory over here. However, I do want to keep what we've got going on over here. I'm not willing to get rid of it just yet. I know that it's the most not the most efficient way to spawn mushrooms, but I think it's going to look really sweet. Imagine we have these rows of mycelium all the way down to the bottom, and then all the way at the bottom we'll have our proper mushroom spawning facility. But I think it's going to look kind of cool. It's going to look like the internals of a graphics card or something like that, and that's obviously going to look really good in our nether board build over here. Plus, I'm kind of curious to see whether our passive mob spawning sort of platforms are going to work for mushrooms. The problem, though, is that for mushrooms to spawn, you need to be 25 blocks away from the mycelium, and you have to be constantly on, right? So I guess while we're in here, while we're in the base, it should be spawning, well, theoretically should be spawning on those platforms, and we'll be able to collect a few extra mushrooms on top of the Iskal mushroom farm that we're going to build at bedrock. But we're going to get to that in a little while, guys. Next up, what I want to do, though, is get our sugarcane transport system working. We started working on this last time we were together in the previous episode, didn't we? Ooh, there's actually some sugarcane being collected over here. That's probably not good news. I probably lost a lot of sugarcane to despawning, but we'll just ignore that for now, shall we? Anyway, we were working on a transport system, weren't we? And the good news is, guys, I have now managed to plug in a couple more of the filters into this side of the storage module beta. So all I need to do now is get sugarcane into those filters, and then we can get the sugarcane pumped out of the chests that are currently being stored at the paper processing drive over here, and hopefully we can see all of that beautiful sugarcane going into the system. Let me get everything set up, guys. It's time to start collecting some freaking sugarcane, baby. Oh man, I am loving the way that storage module beta is starting to look, guys. It is so fancy up in here, man. Last time we were together, we were sorting out carrots and potatoes, weren't we? And take a look at this, man. We are starting to collect some of that croppage. That's beautiful. There's a little bit of a problem with this, though, guys, that I've realized. There's no way to get into this place at the moment. We need to have some sort of an entrance into storage module beta, and there's only one wall left, really, which is this one. And I kind of want the entrance to be symmetrical, so we might have to put the entrance in the center over here or something. I don't have any idea how we're actually going to do this. I haven't thought about an entrance at all, to be honest. Anyway, we'll do that in some other episode. Let's get back here to the filters. I want to set up a filter for the sugarcane now. And yeah, as always, very, very simple to do. I've got a bunch of sugarcane over here, and we're just simply going to plug that sugarcane into these middle hoppers, which are the filter hoppers. There we go. Beautiful. And that should now be filtering it down into the chest below. Okay, nice. Now, next step is to unplug that plug that we made for the sugarcane aqueduct delivery thingy. So let's get out of here with some freaking rocket power. Jeez, okay, that was a little bit too much rocket power. Okay, now what we can do is unplug this over here, right? Let's get rid of that. Now, that should be sending all the sugarcane that we get from those processing drives over there into the storage system. We just sent a little bit of black concrete in there, though, which is not good, so gonna have to try track that one down. But Now all we need to do, guys, is shift all of the sugarcane from these 2 chests into our aqueducts. And theoretically, what we should be seeing is all of the sugarcane going from our paper drives into the storage facility, and then we can completely disconnect these chests. I think these chests are already disconnected, actually. So you know what we can do? Let's fill up these hoppers over here and this dropper with sugarcane, and that should eventually get it into the system. I basically want to test this out now, right? So let's fill up these droppers and these hoppers with sugarcane, and let's test out the system completely to see if it's working. I don't want to move all the sugarcane unless it's functioning properly, right? And it's ticking away, which is good. This one seems to have stopped ticking, though. Okay, there we go. We've started it again, I think. No, we haven't. What's going on? Is something broken down here? I think something might be broken on this one. Dang it. Oh, hi there. Yeah, this is kind of awkward. This is kind of a no-go zone for villagers, so I'd appreciate it if you got your stupid freaking butt away from my redstone. Get wrecked. Well, the sugarcane ping pong section is working perfectly, which is excellent, and the sugarcane is in fact going down the aqueduct, and hopefully it's going to be traveling along here too. Let's have a look. Yep, there's all the sugarcane traveling along here. How awesome is this? Oh, this is so cool. Where's the sugarcane? There it is. Look at that, man. Oh, I love that. That is so freaking awesome. Okay, now let's put our filtering system to the test. This should be ending up in the item elevator. We should be seeing sugarcane not going up the item elevator, of course, because it's going directly into the hopper chains. My bad. But what we should be seeing is the sugarcane landing up in here. And there it is, my friends. Absolutely amazing. Let's get some sugarcane up into these item frames for the last thing to do. And that is where all of our sugarcane is going to be arriving. Beautiful. It's all working, guys. It's cooking with gas right now, baby. I'm loving this. Oh, I do love it when none of the Hermits online sleep on the server, guys. Take a look at our base at night. Isn't it freaking beautiful? Look at all the glowing uranium everywhere. It is so fantastic, man. Oh, baby, looking so good. I have made final adjustments to the upgrade of the paper processing drive over here, and it looks really cool from the sky, doesn't it? Oh man, so cool. I've added the blue cabling over here, of course, because this is item transferring. Oh, and last episode I wanted to show you some lighting that I did. I added a little bit of lighting into the creeper spawner over there. I added some uranium into this location. You can't see it now, of course, because it's behind the blocks, but doesn't that look beautiful? Oh man, I love it so much. I think that's so awesome, seeing this little bit of light going up the side of that building like that. That is so sweet. All of our buildings just glowing in the nighttime. So freaking awesome. Anyway, I want to try this whole system out one last time, guys, before I place the final blocks down, because of course we want to be able to say that this thing is 100% automatic and we never want to have to look at it again, right? So let's throw some sugar canes into these hoppers and let's close it all up like it's supposed to be, and now we can check whether the system is working. I just want to make sure that all of the sugar cane is being transported into storage module beta, and yes, we can see the sugar cane flying along the cable. Oh, and I need to do a little bit of cleanup over here too. Let's just cover a little bit of the shame over there. Beautiful. That is looking real good, and maybe we make this go like underground. Oh, I don't have enough concrete powder for that. That's okay. But yeah, all of that sugar cane should now be arriving over here. I know we did this just a few moments ago, guys, but I just want to make sure everything's working. Yes, it is working, and it is a glorious day on the netherboard, guys. Absolutely amazing. Okay, OCD peoples, hold your freaking horses. I'll show you where the uranium is. There it is, okay? Jeez. Now put the keyboard down and don't write me a horrible comment. Cyberdiggity dogs. It's that time once again that we need to strap on our thinking caps, because we're about to get technical up in this business. But before we do that, man, I need a sip of the Queen's finest brain juice to get me through this segment. Give me 1 second. Oh man, I do love me a cup of tea. Right, let's get straight into it, guys. What are we trying to do over here? Well, we are trying to make a more efficient way to spawn and murder mushrooms so that we can get an infinite supply of steak here on ReNDoG Island. And I'm going to be making a design that has been inspired by an amazing mushroom farm that Escal85 made on his single-player world. I don't know how many of you guys out there have watched that series, but man, it is a really, really cool mushroom farm, and Escal showed me the ins and outs of it yesterday evening, actually. So I think I know what I'm doing around here. Now, the reason that we're all the way down at bedrock is very, very simple. We are trying to maximize the efficiency of mushroom spawnage, and to do that, you need to make your farm on bedrock. I don't know technically why. That's just how it works, okay? Now, take a look at this. We're going to start with the mycelium. The idea is that across the length of this little area, we are going to have a giant platform of mycelium. In fact, we're probably going to have multiple layers of this mycelium, and that is where the mushrooms are going to spawn. The problem that we're going to have, of course, though, is if the mushrooms spawn on this mycelium, how are we going to get them, like, into a place to kill them? Well, that's going to be very simple, guys. We are going to be flushing those cows into a pit where we're going to be able to kill them. And it's going to be really, really cool. Now, check this out. We're going to get some piston action going on over here. So let's build a little bridge for the pistons. And let's see if we can actually do this in one take. I'm going to try to do no cuts this time, guys. I've been getting freaking technical the last 3 or 4 Hermitcraft episodes. I got this, baby. I got this. Don't you guys panic, okay? The ReNDoG knows what he's doing over here. Okay, so we've got our pistons set up over here. Let's just lay down some of that. Actually, this can probably be mycelium. And what we want to make sure now is that we don't actually destroy this mycelium with water. So we want to get our pistons triggered right now, right? So the way that we're going to do that is very, very simple. Let's run a little bit of a redstone cable from here. We're going to need a redstone signal to power these pistons, right? So let's get a torch into our hand over here. There we go. And this torch is going to be powering these pistons. Let's just lay down a bit of redstone. There we go. Okay, nice. So the pistons are now retracted, which means we can insert the water sources back here, right? So let's put a couple of water sources back here. I'm super prepared, as you guys can see. Freaking pro Minecrafter right here, guys. You know what I'm saying? Let's make some some water sources back here. We want these to be solid water sources, of course, right? So that the water will flow evenly. And what is going on here? Why is this not making solid sources? Okay, there we go. Is that solid sources? I think so. It looks like solid sources. Let's just get rid of that. And let's break this little cable over here. And let's have a look. Let's break all the cables. Is that actually going to work? There we go. Okay, great. So that's going to push the cows. I just broke my mycelium, didn't I? Didn't I just say that we shouldn't break the mycelium? Yeah, I'm an idiot. Okay, didn't do too much damage there, so that's good. So that's going to push the cows all the way over to this level over here, right? So this is where the cows are going to fall down. Beautiful. Okay, that's looking good. Now, next step is to try and figure out a way to trigger these pistons when a cow spawns on the mycelium. This is where the genius of this particular farm design comes in. But the sun has gone down and we are running out of light in here. There's so many freaking hermits on the server. Why aren't they sleeping, man? I can't stop the segment. I'm trying to do this in one segment, okay? It's a freaking challenge. It's a YouTube challenge going on right now. Okay, that's okay. We got some torches up in here. Okay, so how are we going to get these pistons to trigger when a mushroom spawns over here? Can you guys figure it out? Oh man, it is so genius. It is so, so cool. Check this out, guys. What we're going to do is lay down a couple of blocks like this, okay? And what we're going to try and do here is get a tripwire to trigger those pistons when a mushroom spawns on this little bit of mycelium over here, right? Now, as I'm looking at this, I'm seeing that it's not very compact at all, and we're probably losing out on a lot of space over here. But you know what? This is just for demonstrations purposes, okay, guys? Don't judge me, Redstoners out there. This is just demonstration purposes. I will endeavor, of course, to try and make it a little bit more compact when we start working on the actual design for it. But I just want to show you guys exactly how this thing's going to work. So we're going to add some tripwires like this on this side, and then we're going to add some other tripwires like this on this side. Now, obviously, these tripwires need to be 1 block above the mycelium so that the cows can spawn on the mycelium. And cows, I think, are 1.6 blocks tall, something like that. So when they spawn on top of this mycelium, take a look at this. If we add some string into the equation, right, they are going to trigger these tripwires. Now what we got to try and do is get string all the way across. Oh, jeez, you freaking string. So difficult to see. All the way across to this side of the tripwires. Get them connected up. There we go. And they should basically be invisible, right? Yep, we can't actually see them, but we can hear them clickety-clacketing away, so that's good. Oh, jeez, I can't see these stupid strings. Oh, there they are. Okay, I think we got 2 more to do over here. 1 there and 1 there. Oh, and 1 there, I think. Wait, there? Okay, nice. Okay, so all the tripwires are now sort of connected, and as you guys can see, if a cow spawns in any of these squares over here, any of these mycelium blocks, it is going to trigger the tripwire, right? Well, the next thing that we need to do, of course, is get some redstone signaling coming out of that. So let's run a line of redstone above the block holding the tripwire, and then let's run that redstone line into the block that is holding the redstone torch. And in theory, the redstone pulse coming from the tripwires should deactivate that torch over there, thus retracting the pistons and flushing the cows into the pit for them to be processed by whatever processing machine we've got going on. Shall we give this a test? Let's pretend that we are a freaking mushroom and we're going to spawn right here. Let's just jump like randomly into it. Boom! And they triggered. And look at this. We're going to get flushed, of course, over the edge, and that water's not going to break the string because, of course, the string is 1 block above the water. But what's really clever about this design, guys, is that as long as a cow is in the string, as long as a cow is touching the string, those pistons are going to be retracted because that redstone pulse is going to be constant. But as soon as the cow drops off the edge, look what happens. The pistons retract again, and the mycelium platforms are once again left for cow spawning to happen. How freaking sweet is that, guys? Now, we're going to make layers and layers of these things all the way up here to the top of this huge freaking hole. And that should be our mushroom factory up and running when we eventually get it done. And of course, what we'll do is have some sort of flushing mechanism all the way at the bottom here that is going to flush the cows into an auto cooker of some kind. And then we're going to need to transport all of the steak back up to the surface somehow. It's going to be a big project, guys, but it is going to be absolutely awesome. Well, guys, as we approach midnight on the Hermitcraft server, it is time for me to say goodbye. I need to go pack my suitcase and start making my way over to Sweden for DreamHack and to meet up with Iskall and Stress Monster. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode, man. If you enjoyed it, let me know by hitting the freaking like button and hitting that subscribe button. And of course, let me know of any hints or tips you can give me to improve our mushroom factory over here. Thank you guys so much for watching, man. Hope to see you at DreamHack, and we will smell you all in the next freaking episode.